Should you charge your son rent to live with you?
I think definitely not. I think that's so mean. If I was charged rent, I would be really upset.
Hello.
Hi.
Your name?
Judy.
Judy.
Alex.
Alex.
Casey.
Casey.
Kathy.
Kathy. Okay. So my question is, should you charge your son rent to live with you? And let's say he's 21 years. What do you guys think?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Yeah, just because maybe he needs to still figure out what he wants to do in the future.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How about you?
I think it's fair to charge your son just because it teaches them responsibility.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And you know, you don't want to always live under a roof for free, and if you're working and stuff, like, I think it's fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How about you?
Yeah, I agree, because he's at the age where he's an adult, so he should be working to be able to help pay, or if not rent, at least help with the bills.
Oh, okay. How about you?
I agree. Definitely should be paying rent. I think it helps you learn how to budget your money, but also helps payments for the mortgage.
But what if he's still in school?
So don't you think like 21 is too early?
No.
I mean,
We've been at
I think
We've
it's
been out of the
yeah.
house since we were 18.
I've been out since I was 18. But like, I'm just saying, like, what if you live at home and go to school? I wouldn't charge them. But if you are like out doing your own thing, then yes. Like,
Okay.
it's just
True.
Okay. Do you agree with her?
I agree with that. That's true. If they have supportive parents, as long as he's not messing around and like not partying, then for
Exactly,
sure.
exactly.
As long as he's like focused on his studies, then you know what, like yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You do agree, right?
Not necessarily. I think that there could be some negotiation, like even if you want like lower rent, you know, talk about it with your child.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. So your Instagram, so they can follow you guys.
Oh, Miss Kathy Love.
Okay.
KCQA__.
Okay.
Alex PQ Alves.
Okay.
at Judizzle.
All right. Your name?
I'm Owen.
Owen.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So Owen, I got this question for you, and my question is: should you charge your son rent to live with you?
No.
So let's say he's 21 years. What do you think? 21.
Yeah, no, I still don't think so.
Okay. Why?
I don't know. I'm looking at it as like if I'm a parent, I don't think I would ever charge my child for rent, you know?
Okay.
Like, I don't know, especially at 21 years old, I feel like, you know, usually you're in college or you're just getting started out and you're making like a really dismal salary. Like your parents should kind of like be there for you and like help you out like for a minute. Like if you're 30, okay, like
Okay, yeah.
maybe there's like an issue.
Yeah.
But 21, no, I think that's, you know,
That's too
that's still
early.
pretty young, yeah.
That's too early.
So
Okay.
that's my answer. I don't know.
Personally, if you ask me, I feel like there's nothing wrong with him like contribute if only he's capable and he can support his parents. Why not?
And also, like, you should want your kid to, like, you know, start building like a savings account. You know,
Exactly.
not contributing to your bills. Because also, it's like, okay, what happened the first 21 years? Like, you were able to pay, you know, your bills and your mortgage and whatnot, rent, and you didn't need your son's like help. So I don't know. I feel like that puts like a weird strain on your relationship with your parents. It's like, oh, okay, I guess now we're like roommates, you know? But then you also have that like parent dynamic. Yeah, because I feel like,
I never knew that.
I don't know, if you're thinking about it, like if you started paying rent
Okay.
and you're living with your parents
Okay.
and they asked you to like do something, you'd be like, well, I now pay,
You
kind
pay-
of.
yeah, I
It's like a
know
whole
people-
different thing, you know?
Like we are
Where like if
equal
you're
now.
living with a roommate and they tell you to do something, I mean, usually it's like a nice like conversation, but usually if parents tell you to do something, like you do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that would still change. I mean, that would still stay, but it would just still be weird, like having your parents tell you to do stuff, but then you're also paying your rent.
You're right.
So
That's crazy. So you're not in support of that, right?
I'm not in support.
Okay.
Unless like they were like way older, and then I'd be like, okay, this is getting a little bit pathetic. It's time to move out. You know what? I would do that. I would charge rent for my son.
Okay.
Like at my house, like if he was 30, to get him to move out.
Yeah, Terry is cool.
Yeah.
Terry is okay. I think Terry he's much matured, so yeah, he can take a.
Yeah, no, exactly. 30, I feel like is like the cutoff. Even like 27, maybe. Because I have some friends.
27,
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Yeah, no, because I have some friends that like are, you know, born and raised in New York, and after college they moved back. And they like lived at home for a few years just to like save money. But then it also does come to a point where like you don't want to live with your parents anymore, you know? So, yeah. But no, I would not charge my son rent. That's the long and short. Yeah.
All right. So your that was funny. So your Instagram, so they can follow you.
My Instagram is at Owen Pankita.
Okay. All right. Hi.
Hi there.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Your name?
It's Amia.
Amia. Okay. So Amia, I have this question for you, and my question is: should you charge your son rent to live with you? Let's say he's 21 years. What do you think?
Yeah, I think for the first few months when he turns 21, it's fine to give him free rent to live with you.
Okay.
But I think you should give him maybe 3 to 6 months to kind of find a job, whether it's part-time or full-time, and then start charging him some type of rent. Maybe not a full rent that would be as expensive as a normal apartment, but definitely some percentage, just to get used to, I guess, fending for himself.
Oh, okay. Okay. So don't you think like 21 is too early?
I don't think it's too early. I think 21 is a common age for people to, venture out into the real world by themselves. And I think preparing them to eventually leave your house and live on their own is a good idea. So getting them to pay some sort of rent is a good idea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. All right. So your Instagram, so they can follow you.
My Instagram, it's Amia, AMIA Amia Oberoi.
All right. What's up, bro?
How's it going?
I'm good. Your name?
Manny.
Manny, okay. So Manny, I have this question for you. And my question is, should you charge your son rent to live with you? Let's say he's 21 years.
In almost every case, a father should not charge their son rent.
Oh, okay.
If the son's living in the same house that the father would pay for rent for himself.
Okay.
And whether it's a partner or whatever, the father's paying rent, shouldn't have to make his son carry an extra burden. But maybe if the son is out of college, let's say he's a student, it's very hard to do both student and work and carry all these burdens on top of the burden of being a student. But let's say he graduates, he's 24, 25, and he's working full time. Then maybe he could chip in if the father is having a hard time with paying with rent.
You smart.
The burden of paying rent, if it's too much of a burden on the father himself, the son should contribute if he's living in the house. But if the son is
not capable,
if the father's doing fine, then the father should not make his son carry a burden. It'll also only create tension between the two.
Okay, that makes sense. Right. I do love your answer.
Yeah, thank you.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Your name?
My name is Paloma.
Paloma, okay. So Paloma, I have this question for you. And my question is, should you charge your son rent to live with you?
Well, I think it depends on how old they are.
Let's say he's 21 years.
He's 21 years old? Probably not yet if he's like just out of college, hopefully.
Okay.
But if he's a bum, then sure, he's got to pay his way. But if he's looking, then I don't really care. As long as you're like making moves, trying to do better, that's good enough for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Your Instagram so they can follow you.
It's at Palomita, 3A's _.
Oh, okay. Your name?
Kevis.
Kevis, okay.
It's Ling.
Ling, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So my question is, should you charge your son rent to live with you? Let's say 21 years, 21. Okay, you wanna start?
Yeah, so I think for me, as a parent, I wouldn't charge my son to live with me, but I would expect he contributed to at least pay some bills or helping me out with portion of the rent or something, because I think 21 it's old enough that you can be independent and trying to help out the family. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, so I would say it depends on what he's doing. So basically, if he's already started work, I would expect him to pay something, maybe it's part of it on the rent. But if he's trying to pursue his own dream, like he become artist or start up his own business, well, maybe not, but at least he would make some contribution, like he helped to wash dishes or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and also it's not the job, right? 21 years old, you have capabilities.
He's matured enough. Yeah.
You're old enough to let's say if you don't have a job, decent job, like serious job, you can always like work in the like I don't know restaurants or whatever, like just to make like to help out with the family. But as you said, it depends on where he at his life. Like is he still in college or something? If he like he's still in college, but like if he like going to like his goal, like finding a like job in the future, maybe I can wait for that and then so that he can have like more like concentration or like time to focus on his job is like long-term goal rather than like trying to like work at the moment to help me pay for like short-term.
Okay, do you agree, man?
Yeah, I agree with her totally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. You look good.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you.
Your name?
Kaiser.
Kaiser, okay.
Yes.
So Kaiser, I have this question for you. And my question is, should you charge your son rent to live with you? So let's say he's 21 years. What do you think?
21?
Yeah.
Well, it depends. I personally would after like maybe 25.
You would not do that shit.
Or so.
Okay.
But at first I wouldn't, just because it's really hard. I live in Toronto myself, so there's a housing crisis, and then I also am Finnish, so it's a really kind of more communitarian kind of society. So I feel like it depends on the family relations a lot. It's a really like individual case, but personally I would feel bad charging someone rent if they're actually trying to find a job and trying to work and just like it's not working out, because it's not always someone's fault. So it depends. I wouldn't charge before 25, and if they're really trying and struggling, I still wouldn't charge.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, okay, that's nice. That's so nice. That's so nice. That's so nice. Look, that's the best feedback I've received so far.
Oh, actually, it also depends on the family, of course. Like if you cannot provide your child, or if you cannot pay for their rent, then it also depends. But I mean, if you are a family that can afford to pay for a little longer, I don't see why not. It's still family, right? You still want them to succeed. Next generation, you need to provide for the next generation. You need to be a good ancestor.
Alright, that's a nice answer. Alright, so your Instagram, so they can follow you?
At Kaiser Case Camps. So it's a hard name, but KAISAKASEKAMP.
Oh, okay. How are you?
I'm good.
You look good.
Thank you.
Of course. Right, so your name?
Tara.
Tara. Okay. So Tara, I have this question for you. And my question is, should you charge your son rent to live with you?
What? I think definitely not. I think that's so mean. If I was charged rent, I would be really upset in my own house.
Okay, so let's say he's like 21 years.
I mean, I'm 21 and I still don't want to be charged rent. So no.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not in support of that?
No, definitely not. Are you?
I mean, I see nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. I mean, like, if it's in your house. No, definitely not. I never want to be charged rent. Like, if it's my apartment, I get it. If it's like a shared apartment.
That's too early, right?
Even if it's in a shared apartment, maybe I'll get like groceries. But it's too early. Like, maybe 25.
So rent is kind of a burden.
Yeah.
It's kind of a burden, like, it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
So your Instagram, so they can follow you?
Yeah, my Instagram is Tara Perez with 2 Z's. TaraPerezz.
Oh, okay. Your name?
Olivia.
Olivia.
Jean.
Jean, okay. So my question is, should you charge your son rent to live with you? What do you guys think? So let's say he's 21 years. What do you think?
No.
Why?
Just no. Okay. You can explain. Well, because like if your son isn't stable, right, like financially or like mentally, like I feel like you shouldn't kick them out if like they're not doing well. You know, like maybe have them with you until they can get a job and be on their own.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just if I was a parent, I would do that. I wouldn't kick my kid out if they were like 21 and don't have a job.
Yeah. So you feel like 21 is too early?
It's not even that. I just feel like at any age, if like your child isn't unwell, like if your child's unwell, like you should be there for them, like, to support them, you know, financially, mentally, emotionally.
Okay. Respect.
I can go on and on about this, but I won't.
Okay. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Your name?
Devin.
Devin. Okay. So Devin, I have this interesting question for you. And my question is, should you charge your son rent to live with you? Let's say your son is like 21 years. What do you think?
I believe it depends on the circumstances. I mean, 21, you could probably get a job, get your own apartment. So, pending circumstances, I think rent is appropriate, depending on his capabilities of getting a job and making a life for himself.
Okay. So you think 21 is cool for him to start paying rent?
Yes, I guess. Short answer, yes.
Okay, all right. Yes, sir, bro.
Hey.
Your name?
Amir.
Okay.
I'm Hannah.
All right. So my question to you guys is, should you charge your son rent to live with you? What do you guys think? Let's say he's 21 years. What do you think?
No.
No?
No.
Why?
It's your son. You don't need to charge him.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree. I would say no.
Why?
I mean, I don't know. They're family. Why would you charge them to live with you?
Okay, so you think you shouldn't charge him?
No. I mean, unless you're not close and they've been living there and they're like 35 maybe, but
Yeah,
I don't think so.
If he's an old son, like very old guy, and you're
No, I mean 21 years is.
Yeah, 21's not bad.
21's
No.
not bad. No.
That's like still college.
That's too early, right?
You're helping him start his life, kind of. No need.
Exactly.
That makes
Exactly.
sense. That makes
What do you
sense.
think?
Personally, I feel like helping him out. Don't see nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I agree with you. Exactly. Like if he can support himself and he still lives at home, that's questionable. But if he can't, then it makes sense to not make him pay.
Exactly. All right. So your Instagram, so they can follow you guys.
Amir Isa _.
Okay.
It's Hannah GJ.
Okay. Your name?
Chandra.
Chandra. Okay. So Chandra, I have this question for you, and my question is, should you charge your son rent to live with you? What do you think?
I feel like circumstances are really individual basis. If it was me, I don't think I would charge them, but I would have to have a plan in place for how they're getting out of my house in a feasible manner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, personally, I feel like charging your son rent, I feel like there is nothing wrong with that. If only he's capable, he can contribute. There is nothing wrong with that. What do you think?
I mean, I think like if they don't have the means to pay for rent somewhere else, there's probably a reason, and maybe you help find a way to resolve that reason. If I'm living in the place alone, I probably don't necessarily need the support of somebody paying rent to be there, so I have the space. But again, if my space is my space, and you've been with me 21 years, like we can figure out a way for you to find your own situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that was a good one, though.
Yeah.
So your Instagram, so they can follow you.
It's Chan Sahu, ChanSahu.
Okay.
Okay, bye.